Good day, everyone. No? Today's discussion focus on risk management and contingency planning, two essential pillars of organizational stability and resilience. In both educational and business setting, risks are inevitable, no? Ranging from financial challenges, natural disasters, cybersecurity threats, to unexpected operational disruptions. So effective risk management helps institutions identify, assess, and minimize these threats before they escalate into crisis. Now, meanwhile, contingency planning ensures that when unforeseen events occur, the organization can respond swiftly and recover efficiently. So together, they form, no, the foundation of proactive governance and sustainable operations, ensuring that the institution can continue, no, delivering quality service despite uncertainty. Before we move further, let us of course give time to our presenters to illustrate the importance of risk management and contingency planning. And the presenter will highlight no real world example on how organizations prepare for emergencies, protect their people and assets, and ensure business continuity through well-designed plans and preventive strategies. Take it away, ma'am.
Okay po, good afternoon everyone. I'm Mayan Venudo and I'll be discussing risk management and contingency planning. So let's explore how to identify and mitigate risk and develop effective plans to ensure business continuity and resilience. And these are the lesson objectives. Apply risk management and contingency planning principles to real-world scenarios. Analyze the impact of risk and crisis events on organizational resilience and reputation, evaluate the effectiveness of integrated risk management and contingency planning strategies, and identify best practices and lessons learned in risk management and contingency planning. So now let's go to the introduction. Risk management and contingency planning are essential components of effective organizational strategy. They help organizations anticipate potential threats, minimize negative impacts, and ensure business continuity. This lesson provides an overview of risk management principles, the process of identifying and assessing risk, and the development of contingency plan. Kaya ang dalawang ito po ay mahalagang konsepto na nagtutulungan upang mabawasan o maiwasan yung mga panganib na di inaasahang mga pangyayari sa isang mga proyekto o organisasyon. So, now let's discuss what is risk management. Risk management is the systematic process of identifying, assessing, and controlling threats to an organization's capital and earnings. This risk can stem from various sources, including financial uncertainty, legal liabilities, strategic management errors, accidents, and natural disaster. So the goal isn't to eliminate all risk, but to make informed decisions and protect against potential losses and vulnerabilities. Sa pamamagitan po ng risk management, maaaring mabawasan ang mga panganib at mapabuti ang pagganap ng bawat organisasyon o proyekto. And these are the key objectives of risk management. So first, identify potential risk. So the first goal is to recognize potential risk. For example, sa financial, operational, strategic, compliance, environmental, and before they materialize. So early identification helps organization prepare instead of reacting at the last minute. Kaya dapat matukoy po muna yung mga possible na mga panganib na maaring makaapekto sa isang project o sa isang organization. Then, next, assess the likelihood and impact of risk. So, dito naman po, kailangang suriin yung mga panganib upang malaman yung kanilang mga possibility o epekto And this allows organization to prioritize risk and focus resources where they matter most. Then third, develop strategies to mitigate or manage risk. To develop risk mitigation, kailangan po nating i-identify the potential risk, choose the most suitable mitigation or strategy, create a detailed plan for implementing the chosen strategies. Then last po, monitor and review risk regularly. So risk management protects the organization from disruption so it can continue operating even during crisis. Disaster recovery and contingency planning are part of these. For example po, halimbawa nito yung disaster risk reduction and management o yung DRRM planning. Kasama po dito yung mga natural disasters like earthquake, flood, storm, fire hazard, security threats. So in short po, the key objectives of risk management is to minimize potential losses and maximize opportunities while ensuring stability, compliance, and long-term success. And so these are the steps in the risk management process. So number one po, risk identification. So ano po yung dapat gawin? List all possible risks that could affect the organization or project. So ano ba yung mga possible risks doon? Kasama po dito yung mga nabanggit ko kanina, yung mga natural disaster, and equipment breakdown or supply. Use tools such as brainstorming, checklist, and SWOT analysis. So dito naman po yung mga natural disaster like earthquake, flood, storm, fire hazard, and security threats. Then yung kailangang ma-identify yung mga SWOT analysis or yung strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Then second po, risk assessment. Evaluate the likelihood and potential impact of each risk. So analyze risks by looking at their likelihood, a chance of happening, and impact of consequences if they occur. Prioritize risk based on their severity and probability. Kaya kailangan pong masuri yung mga panganib upang malaman yung maaring maging epekto nito sa mga nasasakupan ng isang lugar o organisasyon. Then next po, number 3, risk mitigation. Develop strategies to reduce or eliminate. So ano yung makakatulong dito? Yung regular fire drills, yung pagkakaroon ng security protocols and control access to buildings. Staff training is in first aid and emergency responses. The next options include avoiding, transferring, mitigating, or accepting the risk. Effective risk mitigation helps organizations and individuals proactively manage potential threats and minimize their impact. Then, for the steps, implementation, put risk mitigation strategies into action, assign responsibilities and allocate resources. So, dapat maipatupad yung mga plano na iyon at yung mga kinakailangang mga gagamitin para makaiwas sa mga posibleng mangyari sa isang project o sa isang organization. Then, last po, monitoring and review. So, continuous monitor risk and effectiveness of mitigation strategies. And so, continuous monitoring is essential and identify new risks and adjust strategies. And regular audits, risk reports, and feedback loops are used here. And update risk management plans as necessary. So, dapat nakasubaybay lagi ito yung mga plano natin at lagi nating itong nare-repaso, yung mga posibleng panganib upang masigurong yung mga naplano natin at mga strategy ay epektibo. So by prioritizing risk management, organization can achieve their objectives, protect their assets, and ensure long-term sustainability. So next po, ano naman yung tinatawag nating contingency planning. So contingency planning involves preparing for unexpected events that could disrupt operations. A contingency plan outlines the steps to take if a specific risk materializes, ensuring a quick and effective response. So dito naman po kailangan yung paghahanda para sa posibleng sitwasyon o mga pangyayari na maaring makaapekto sa bawat isa. Kasama dito yung mga paghahanda sa mga di inaasahang pangyayari tulad ng sakuna o crisis upang mabawasan yung epekto nito sa isang mga project o organization. Sa pamamagitan po kasi ng contingency planning, maaaring mabawasan yung epekto ng mga di inaasahang pangyayari at mapanatili yung pagpapatuloy ng isang project o yung pagpapatuloy ng isang organisasyon. So, dapat meron pong mga plano. Kung hindi angkop si Plan A, pwede si Plan B. So, like for example, yung mga nakaraang mga lindol po na nabalita, dapat may mga naiplano na ba yung gobyerno? Like for example, sa evacuation plan, emergency response, food and water distribution, damage assessment. Kasi yung mga ito yung mahalaga para mabawasan yung mga pinsala at mapabilis yung pagbangon ng mga apektadong community. So what are the key elements of contingency planning? So first, identification of critical business function. Sa pamamagitan po nito, mapapanatili yung pagpapatuloy ng isang business at maprotektahan ang mga ari-arian at seguridad ng bawat isa. Then, second element, assessment of potential threats to this function. So, halimbawa nito yung mga natural disaster o mga economic downturn. Then, develop of response strategies for each threat. So, dito, dapat masuri yung mga panganib o matukoy agad yung mga posibleng epekto na pwedeng mangyari sa bawat nasasakupan niya. Then, assignment of roles and responsibilities. Dapat matukoy yung mga responsibilidad ng bawat grupo na kasali o kasama sa pagpapatupad ng mga plano. Communication plans for stakeholders. Define the communication objectives, establish a communication schedule and plan for feedback and evaluation. And then, regular testing and updating of the plan. So, kailangan po regular na nare-repaso yung bawat plano upang masiguro na ito ba ay epektibo. Okay, then ito po yung isang example ng risk management and contingency planning in practice. So, example po yung scenario natin dito. A company relies on a single supplier for a critical component. So, ano yung risk identified doon? So, supplier disruption due to natural disaster. And then, ano naman yung assessment na ginawa? So, high impact, moderate likelihood. And then, yung mitigation, identify alternative suppliers, maintain safety stock. At ano naman yung naisaplano or contingency plan? If the primary supplier fails immediately, switch to pre-approved secondary suppliers and notify customers of potential delay. So another example po, yung kung magkakaroon ng fire emergency. So ano yung pwedeng maging risk identify? Fire outbreak in the school building. So mitigation measures, install smoke detectors and fire extinguishers, conduct fire safety training for staff and students, keep exits clear and marked. So contingency plan na pwedeng isagawa. Sound the alarm and initiate evacuation. Teachers lead student to designate assembly points. Roll call to ensure everyone is accounted for. Notify fire department and parents. review incident and update procedures as needed. So ito po yung ilang halimbawa na pwede nating gawin. Yan. So, early identification and mitigation lower the chance of unexpected disruption and enhance. So, benefits of effective risk management and contingency planning. So, first, reduces the likelihood and impact of negative events. Then, enhances organizational resilience. So, dito po, it helps prioritize time, money, and people toward the most critical risk. Protects asset and reputation. So, safeguard financial, human, physical, and intellectual assets from threats. The next po, ensure business continuity. So, operations can continue even during crisis. And improves decision-making and resource allocation. Dito naman po, the leaders can make informed choices with clear knowledge of risk and potential impacts. So effective risk management and contingency planning enables schools to respond and efficiently to emergencies by proactively identifying risks, preparing detailed plans, and practicing responses. Schools create a safer environment and ensure educational continuity in the face of unexpected events. So regular review and updating of risk and contingency plan ensure ongoing preparedness in a changing environment. That's all po. And ito po yung mga references. And thank you po.
Okay, so the presenter underscore that risk management begins with identifying potential threats that could negatively impact an institution. So this may include physical hazard, financial risk, data breaches, or public reputation issues. No? Once identified, risk must be analyzed in terms of their likelihood and potential impact. Schools and organizations are encouraged to adopt systematic tools like risk matrices or SWOT analysis, to prioritize which areas require immediate action. By doing so, leaders can make informed decisions and allocate resources more effectively. The presenter also explained that preventive measures are most cost-effective than corrective actions. Institutions that establish strong internal controls, clear communication lines, and safety protocols can significantly reduce the chances of operational failure. Let's say, for example, educational institution may conduct regular fire drills, implement data protection policies, or develop financial safeguards to prevent budget shortage. And these proactive steps not only minimize risk but also promote a culture of preparedness and accountability. The presentation also emphasized the significance of contingency planning, the structured process of preparing alternative courses of action when normal operations are disrupted. A well-crafted contingency plan outlines emergency response procedures, assigns roles and responsibilities, and provides recovery timelines. And this ensures continuity of instruction, administrative function, and student safety during unforeseen events such as pandemics or natural calamities, katulad po ng earthquake, flood, bagyo. So an important takeaway from the presentation is the role of leadership and coordinations, because effective leaders anticipate risk and engage all stakeholders in planning, implementation, and monitoring. And regular training, simulation exercises, and post-incident evaluation are critical for strengthening institutional readiness. So contingency planning is not a one-time task, but an ongoing cycle that evolves with changing circumstances and lessons learned from past experiences. So both risk management and contingency planning are integral to maintaining organizational resilience because they protect people, assets, and operations, ensuring that institution can withstand and recover from any disruption. So the presentation reminds us that Preparedness is not about predicting every crisis, but about building the capacity to adapt and respond effectively. A strong risk management culture ensures that no matter the challenge, the organization remains steady, focused, and capable of continuing its mission. Okay, so that's it.